Hi everyone, this is George Shamoun from the Linux Commands for Beginners group in Facebook and from website georgekc.com. In this video, I'm gonna go over how to use and what's the benefit of using the ping command in Linux, and you can also use it in other systems, but since we're talking about Linux commands, I'm gonna focus on the command line here. Yesterday I was trying to make a live event on in a group and on my YouTube channel, but it looks like I wasn't able to set up the equipment and the configuration. So I'm new to this, so I have to learn how to do it. So maybe in the near future, once I figure out how to set up the software and the equipment, I can do another live stream. So before I dive in, if you're interested, you might want to join my mailing list to get the free PDF that will guide you through how to use Linux to obtain some command help, and then you'll get a series of email, and sometimes you get a discount link about my course. But in case you're not interested, you can always unsubscribe. Again, the link is right here. It's in the bottom here of the screen. It's georgekc.com/freeguide.html, and you're gonna be looking at a page similar to this one here. That's the page you're gonna be looking at. Okay, so we're done with this one. Let's dive in. Let me make my picture smaller. Okay, so this is the command line interface. This is the terminal here, and I am logging in from Windows 10 machine laptop into my desktop, where I'm running Ubuntu 20.04, and this is the terminal, like I said. So I'm going to talk about the ping command. The ping command is very important. It's a basic utility in Linux. It's a diagnostic command. It checks for the connectivity to a host, and if a host is reachable, and if it's online, whether on the internet or on a local network, and it will request. It sends a request for an echo data packet. So it sends a data packet, and it will request from the recipient host to echo back the packets. And depending on the transmission and the quality, it will give you some statistics. But there is one condition, that the recipient host has to be configured in a way that it's configured to receive and reply with an echo data. But in this case, I'm going to assume that it's configured in a way to reply. So let's try a website such as let's say CNN.com. So if I do, and the way you do it is ping. Let me clear the screen first. Ping www. You don't have to use W. CNN, let's say .com, and you hit enter, and you can get this result. So it means the host is online, and it replied with an echo. It echoed the same data packet. I mean, we can see if it's and it depends. You can control how many data packet you're sending, and you can show the sequences here, 1 2 3 4, and it will give you some of the other information. And the way you can stop it, this way it doesn't have to keep going. You can click Control-C, and it will stop. And if you look at the bottom of the screen right here, it's going to give you some statistics, which is very important when you read it. It says 34 packets transmitted, 34 received, 0% packet loss. So basically, whatever you send, you receive it back, there's no data loss. This is very important. It means the transmission is good. And then it will give you an idea about the speed, the time actually. So the time is 33,050 millisecond. It means it's 33.050 seconds. And that's how long it took for the 34 packets to travel round the trip. That's the total time. And it'll give you some statistics here around the trip to travel. I think this one, it says minimum / average says maximum, medium deviation, and it'll give you some information here. So if you look on the top, so what happened, the ping command will employ will use two protocols. The first one is the ICMP, which is the Internet Control ICM Message Protocol. This is the ICMP. And it's going to show you what sequence it's sending. Like the first packet it went, it says sequence number 1. Then sequence number 2. So that it's giving you a count how many packets you send. So if you look here, it's 34. And that's why the statistics gave you 34 here. And what's important, every time it sends a packet, it will give you the time traveled round the trip for that specific packet. So packet 1 took 19.4 milliseconds. Packet 2 took 21. So it varies here, but there is not a big variation in the time, in the duration of the travel. And then it's gonna give you, so this is basically you're checking for connectivity. If you're connected, you can connect to the web, to the host online, you can reach it. So reaching, basically it's connectivity. And then the other one, the other protocol it uses is the DNS systems protocol, where it converts the IP addresses to domain names. So this is why when I typed CNN.com, it came back with an IP address. So it used the DNS naming servers or protocol to get the IP address. So sometimes if you don't have good transmission or loss of data, it's going to give you some different statistics here. And the time here, time travels for every packet, it's going to give you an idea about the health of the route or the path the packet is traveling between the hosts. So that's it for this command and how to use the ping. And again, if you want to look in more details about what the ping does, let's clear the screen here. Again, you can use what I gave you one time in a PDF file that you can download once you join my list. You can use this command to find out more about the ping command, more details. So man ping, and it's gonna give you so many options and details about the ping command. So nobody can remember every one of them. This is why you have the man, to get some help, you know, to inquire more about the options and how to use it. And one of the options which is good, it's the C command, not the C command, the C switch, and what it does, it will let you specify how many packets you want to send. So let's say we're pinging yahoo.com. What you can do, you can specify a switch C, the switch C, and you type the number of how many packets you want to send. In this case, let's try 5 space. So now if I run the ping command, it's gonna send 5 data packets because I specified with the C switch here. So let's do it, enter. You see it says 5 packets transmitted, 5 received, 0 packet lost, time such and such. So basically you can specify, you might want to specify sending, let's say 100 packets. You can do 100 here, but sometimes you don't want to do a lot, so you can you specify this way. You have control over the number of packets. So that's it for this command. Again, I want to remind you of joining my list and getting the PDF that has some help about using Linux commands, and you'll be notified of future videos and future live presentations. Thank you.